I wouldn't expect Steelaxe to attack. I think they just want to launch their rocket and go home. I would not put it past Will to go beat up somebody. I would say Exterminator does have a.
He's aggressive.
He does have an aggressive bent. He may have talked Will into doing something crazy like that.
I think the smart move is to play like anti-Steelaxe team initially with minimal and at the same time set up minimal defenses, and then in the last half hour to hour, maybe at the most, start preparing an offensive.
Yeah, look here. They did set up a little filter. So they have a. It's very interesting. If you look at Team Steelaxe down here, they went ahead and mined up. This is crazy because they put some miners for their ore line over some copper, and then they set up some copper filters up north of that. But if they were just to move those miners along their same belt, 20 squares north of it, there's pure iron that they didn't have to worry about that. That's maybe they're just saying, "Hey, come look at me." Yeah, you just look at where the 1.6 million copper ore is merged with the 93 ore in Shrednation's team. It's the ore mine that's jammed right up against each other. There's some miners that are overlapping.
I see, yeah, and they're just boxing up the copper.
And it's boxed up. But if they move those 5 miners north along that same line, issue solved. Right? Just put them differently along that line, and they don't have to do that. That's just weird.
Why is Bilka saving the map? Whenever I see someone save the map, I always worry.
Yeah, it's a good crash. There's only 22 people in this map actively trying to crash the server by rendering frames.
This is where I think about trying to log into the admin panel and see what's going on, but at the same time, I don't want to break the server by opening that.
Yeah, it looks like someone heard me, and they did start. Shrednation did start to filter, did start to stockpile some grenades.
Ah, there we go.
Finally, Blue Science is now on the Shrednation. They did plug that in. So they have miners.
So
I think all the components are ready yet.
So is that the actual Blue Science being produced yet, or just the first signs of?
I think the first signs of. They have miners and they have red boards traveling. I don't see the engines.
Oh, we have a new player coming. So Steelaxe is producing electric engines, but they're not producing regular engines. They're lacking the steel to actually do it. They haven't connected steel yet.
Moar Faster has all the steel. This is peculiar. You're right. I don't know what Team Steelaxe is doing. They've got me confused. I see oil refineries going up.
Moar Faster.
Good storage.
They're just producing steel and boxing it, and it's working.
Yeah, they're at 108K. They're at 3.6 million.
I mean, they're also boxing gears by just... They've got 2 smelters worth of iron plates boxing gears right now.
Got good points off of their solid fuel, but that could be for a rocket. You do need at least 4 full chests of solid fuel to get all the rocket fuel you need for 1 rocket launch. So that's points, but also consistent with in-game. This is peculiar.
Let's see. Supporters are just starting to produce red circuits.
Steelaxe up into 150K per minute, broke 4 million. Goodness.
Oh, something's turned on. Something's just turned on. I think it might have been engines.
I'm scared to go in and zoom in.
Having said that, they have productivity module all of their labs, military science as well. Trying to see anything else that's been productivity. Gears into mining drills has been productivity.
Mm-hmm. They
That's
should
all I
do
can
oil
see.
next, I would think. They need productivity into their oil refineries, I would say.
I think they might speed module it.
I think they might speed. I would say you want to speed your oil and your pump jack and productivity your refinery.
They've got all of the oil out to the west now too. Another patch has been revealed, and the pollution is now being absorbed by that database. So they have it'll be the tiniest wisp of biter attacks, but it'll be something. Having said that, NAF is heading in the general direction of that base.
I'll hang out in Moar Faster and just be perplexed. Looks like they're doing all the right things, but the steel has just got. And look at the gears.
Yeah, the gears. It's insanity.
That is insane number of gears. They need red belts though to get it. They need red belts to get all those done. But can they win with gears? Like that would be
gears
crazy.
And steel. Well, they're in second place right now, so they're doing something right.
Doing something right.
They are producing acid.
So I guess if there's two things that they are that will always be used and you'll usually always need more of is gears and steel. So there's no harm in banking it while you got it, while you work on other stuff, I guess.
Oh, supporters have got some chronic power shortage. Where's their engines? There they are. It looks like it's just a coal shortage. But they're down in the red.
See? Yep, see, that's what we were saying, man. It is so easy to neglect power. Oh, he's pulling miners up. Oh, no, he's spacing them out. Need to add more miners. And it's just a coal shortage, looks like.
Need to uncork that base.
Yep. Need to go right here and disconnect one of these lines in here. Let the power go back to those miners and fill that line. Oh, he manually fed it. Good. But that didn't solve the whole problem. You need another 20 miners down there to fill that coal line.
Okay, NAF has destroyed the biter base. Anti is now chasing the oil patches. Out to the west.
There is a point score. Sorry about that. Odd fart.
They are researching blue technology of some kind, probably advanced ore processing, Steelaxe. They really need to drop a radar in their base now.
All right, supporters need to get some more miners on that coal, or they're not going to get out of this power issue. $5 million for Steelaxe, first one to break it. But look at Moar Faster and Shrednation, still at 4.2 million, but they have a higher points per minute total. God, it's gonna be close. And
it's tight.
I am surprised that Moar Faster has overtaken Shrednation with gears and steel.
Having said that, Shrednation, given though they've got their new 4 lanes of smelting going, so they're just going to keep getting faster and faster.
Right.
They are smelting a phenomenal number of iron plate.
Get my jumps down. How do you get? What is the technique to get jumps down?
Zoom right
into
in.
Something. Yeah.
Zoom in as far as you can.
Yep.
So close map view or close the mini map / map view, and then just zoom in on where your player character would be as far as you can.
Right, I did.
What was our game update time? It is 9. Wow. How are we doing on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay, looks like Anti's putting down some radars so he and others can see what's going on. Oh my goodness. I cannot get out of the map view. I can't. It won't let my keys go. I cannot get. I can't do escape. Escape won't let me go out of the map view. All keys. Oh, there we go. Hang on. Okay, now we're going. Okay, now I'm in the map. All right, I'm good now. Okay, we'll let the jumps come down. There it is. Oh my goodness, I could not get out of the map view. All right. Let me do a quick break. I will be right back. I'm going to see if I can get into the teams and do a quick interview. So give me just a second. I will be right back. Mojo, you can keep. Yeah, I'll turn it over to you for just a second. I'm going to jump around and see if I can get get an interview with these teams. 1 second.
Okay, I was just looking at Moar Faster, seeing what they're doing. They've added four more lanes of iron ore coming down. There's a lot more iron ore coming in. I wonder if that's going into even more steel. But they still just have the barest minimum of a base, producing science and circuits, and the rest of it is just gears and steel. On the other hand, Steelaxe, Nav has laser turrets. And Steelaxe is nearly at 200,000 per minute. Let's see, they have blue science comfortably running. They are now producing speed modules, so they now have 2 of the 3 items, or 4 actually, if you're counting copper wire, for high-tech science. Stockpiling steel ready for the rocket production. The steel smelter, which is next to their ghosted rocket silo. That'll be a low-density structure build, what they have blueprinted there. They are hurting for plastic, though. They need a lot more plastic. It's unfortunate that you have a completely blank screen, so you can't see what I see. Why am I not streaming? I think I might have to. At this rate. And I might set that up as soon as Clowntown gets back. They're the only team that didn't use a starter blueprint. So Steelaxe was actually the first team to throw down a starter blueprint. They had their entire base blueprint down before most people had even finished joining the game. Let's see how Shrednation's doing. So their 4-way injection's going. They're still building more steel and more flame turrets. But they are starting to lag a little bit.
I have 2,000 jumps.
Yep.
So I think I need to exit and come back. Hey, Shred Guy, how's it going?
It's going good.
Hey, you guys are doing great.
What's
the feeling? What's the feeling like in Shrednation right now?
I think we've loosened up a little bit. I think the Shrednation is the opening bell jitters are gone, and now we're rolling into a nice smooth construction groove. Communication is good, and hey.
Yeah, you guys are. We are so proud of you guys. That Mojo and I could not for your first foray into something like this. We could not be prouder. Like, you guys are doing so well.
Well, the thing is, we are not new to putting it into high gear. We played a lot of multiplayer.
Bug Bonanzas.
Yeah, Bug Bonanza, where ourselves 2 hours before it hits the fan, and
right.
So the starting setup thing, trying to get everything going. That's the hardest part. Is that first initial, okay, what the hell do I do? And we've run that drill many times. So
right
now we just got to get our iron plate situated.
Yeah, we also had that you got in and found the stone Like, how was that stone shortage to start out?
I don't think it really affected us much. We just, I mean, big boulders.
We're still using the small one in the beginning.
Yeah, so I don't feel like it was a huge game changer for us. I mean, we had a few spots where we would have liked to landfill just because way we have things set up, and but we just spaghettied around it and make it work.
Right. Well, you guys are doing so well, like hovering around second place and and getting right on Moar Faster and Steelaxe's heels. Definitely unexpected for being your first time, but you guys are doing great.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
We also, the odds are, you don't have to tip your hand, but the odds are the pool is that Shrednation may be the first to attack and put an ass whooping on somebody, but remains to be seen.
Yeah, that is that's top secret, highly confidential information.
Yeah, don't tip your hand, but I'll just let you know that the everybody in the betting pool has you as the most likely to go whip someone's ass.
All right, fair enough.
All right,
brother.
Take care, guys. Good luck.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, well, there's Shred Guy. That's awesome. Trying to turn him down a little bit. Okay, I'm back down to 0 jumps. Let's see if I can.
So while you were doing while you're over there in Shrednation, I just happened to notice that Steelaxe has Purple Science running.
Mm-hmm.
They've sorted out their plastic supply problems. And
looks like Narf took out 3 biters.
He's
bases.
been doing some serious biter killing. They're just going crazy for oil right now.
Yeah, look, Anti is out on that one, that 1300 yield over on the west side that he's found that. Yeah, they're definitely having to get outside because they've tapped into their. They didn't even tap into that the 300 yield that's right next to their southern copper.
It might not be worth the time to even bother.
Yeah, or maybe they'll hit it on their way back in to pipes. No, I think they've already got the pipe laid. He's laid pipe all the underground pipes all the way back up into their oil on his way out. So,
I just spotted on Shrednation's smelting. There's the odd inserter which hasn't actually been placed. It's still ghosted.
On which build is it?
On their original smelting, there's a few inserters which haven't been built, so they're not outputting. I noticed that one lane wasn't outputting quite as much as the rest. It's if you're able to zoom out on all of them, you'll see there's a bunch of smelters that are not running. On the iron smelter, there's actually a few copper ones missing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's missing their output inserters, and there's 2 copper smelters missing their output inserters too.
I see them. Looks like they are looking for the ones that are not on fire.
It's third from the.
Oh yes. I see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, looks like their belt is reasonably full, so it may not affect them too much. But it's always
the tiniest little bit of inefficiency.
Yep.
There is. Oh yes. So I didn't actually mention this as well with the game settings. Completely forgot. Biter evolution is fixed according to time. So no spawner kills, no pollution absorption.
Mm-hmm.
Narf is on the offensive again.
Looks like Shrednation does have blue science off the belt. I don't see the purple build yet.
No sign of high tech from Steelaxe yet. But they are stockpiling speed modules.
Yeah, for that last bit of yellow science, you cannot build enough speed modules. There's a ton of them. Plus with the rocket too.
Oh yeah.
You need to get on those early and often. Server is saving the map. Okay.
Yep. I'm getting concerned
All right,
because
Moar
the
Faster.
update time's now up to 12.
Phoenix is now way out. Look like he's going to zap a biter base. Moar Faster has now found uranium. Looks like they've mined 1/4 of their stone that they from up top. They haven't done. Doesn't look like they've done much with it other than make stone furnaces. They've just been stockpiling all of their stone builds. Doesn't look like they're gearing up for purple either. 2 hours left.
Which team's this?
Moar Faster.
Moar Faster. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out what they were up to. So they're making a lot of red ammo. They're just stockpiling stuff there. They just haven't. As far as I can tell, they haven't even bothered with blue signs.
Yeah, they've got. So they started with I think 480k stone, and they're down to 372. And as far as I can tell, it's just going into chests and going into steel furnaces.
I think Shrednation is set to take over Moar Faster again.
It's going to be close. They're both at high point totals. Steelaxe are running away with the point totals, 170k a minute.
Yeah, that'll be the higher level sciences.
Still, the gear graveyard is growing for Moar Faster. I mean, I've got a lot of thoughts about that, but I mean, if it's they're in second place, my team would not be in second place. So I want to tell you, scoreboard on me, I guess. They're still stockpiling solid fuel, which should be good for their point total.
Yeah, Steelaxe is adding more solid fuel right now.
Looks like they're using Moar Faster is using their petroleum and light and have a little bit of heavy, half of their supply of heavy, half of sulfuric acid. But you're right. I don't see any other science builds going down other than green and red, and they've got all the components for gray. But maybe they're just gonna out hustle them on low tech.
I wonder if that's Shrednation's because they've got probably the most complicated and base. I wonder if their long-term strategy is to try and lag out the other teams.
I don't know. What if they come in? I don't know. I've seen this horizontal bus build from Shrednation before.
So
like I've seen this is their standard. All right.
I don't think Anti can hold out much longer.
Right. 250k per minute is coming up here, and 8 million on the points total. 2 hours to go. All right, and blue science trickling in. What are they researching? Okay, what is Shrednation researching in blue science that they're just okay with it trickling in like this?
They might be researching military 3. So tanks require military 3, and tank itself requires both require blue science.
All right. Yeah, maybe they just said, all right, we're just going to minimum get to tanks and then see if we can go whip somebody's butt. Yeah, there you go. I guess that's it. They don't need a big I guess it's hand-fed engines. And is that where they're going to stop and just go whoop somebody? $75 blue science. That would make sense. You're right. Yep. I don't research tanks, Rain. In fact, Ash has to do push-ups if he hits that button to research tanks. I don't do it.
There we go. Steelaxe has high-tech science. I look away, come back, it's built.
Yep. Shrednation has not converted over to advanced oil. yet. Looks like they have an abundance of light as usual. No petroleum as usual. Bunch of lube.
Rain is right there. Basic oil cracking is worth it. In terms of points, because they're heavy oil. That was something I noticed in one of the previous playthroughs. Oh, Steelaxe's oil refinery is now extending outside the base again, outside the confines of the wall. Trying to figure out what's going on with Moar Faster. They've got oil. They're tanking up huge quantities of it, but they're not cracking a lot. It's slowed right down. They seem to be ignoring oil.
No. Sorry.
I was wondering why it went quiet all of a sudden.
It'd be handy if we could put if we could drop our own radars. I'd like to drop a radar at the top at the top of Moar Faster's base, because I'd like to see their stockpile of oil derivatives. Surprised why they what is Phoenix running around looking for? They just found uranium.
I've got all of the uranium.
All of it.
Shrednation was putting in more smelting just as I looked last. Yep, it's coming online. It's interesting, Shrednation are not using steel furnaces. They're just sticking with stone furnaces.
Have they brought in stone? They didn't mine the 741K from outside. I mean, that's just like you said. I asked them that question. I said, how do you think about this, the stone start? And they said, nah, no problem. We got rocks. Okay, well, I mean,
give a man rocks.
That may have, they may have tipped their hand. They're going to run out. They got this little 71K patch. It's now down to 5K. They're bringing some rocks in. Oh, we got rocks.
Bricks with it. We give them rocks. They just pick up steel axes and get to work.
Yep. Yes.
So Moar Faster,
you're right, I guess.
They're picking up again. So the Shrednation's beat was a merest 100,000 points behind them, and then they're separated out again.
How many different teams can there be on a server? Is there a limit to it?
I think
12 maybe?
I'm not sure what the limit actually is. I never actually tried.
Do you know what, I mean, I think we've never had any more than 4 here. Does the 5th team start spawning in between one of these two, or does it go in like a
It would form a pentagon shape around the center.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Look into supporters. Supporters are doing okay. Steady at 80K for the last while. They haven't dropped below, which is good. Setting up another power. Long furnace lines.
And that is 2 hours now. Halfway.
Yep, 2 hours left.
Steelaxe is nearly at 10 million points. Moar Faster near 7,300,000. 7,100,000 for Shrednation, and supporters had a little bit of a slow start, and it's definitely the start that helps. Because their point rate is rising, but without that very initial kick, you're just always playing catch up.